Should you tell a person if and why you're going no contact with them? Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. I have a commenter here who says, I have a family member that I went no contact with years ago. They sent me a text asking me to go to Christmas dinner at their home. I don't want to be around that person and don't want to go. Do you recommend telling the person all the reasons why you went no contact? I feel like they should already know, but they have this idea in their mind that because they are sorry, I should just forgive them already. I don't want to, and I just want them out of my life. So thank you. This is a good question. The first question I have for you is have you gone no contact or have you gone low contact? Have you gone low contact? The reason why I ask that is because that person is still able to text you. So in my experience, when someone goes no contact, it means that. It means like I've literally dropped off the face of the earth. You cannot contact me anymore. Like you're blocked or my phone number is changed and you can't get in contact with me anymore. So that's why I put that out there. And if people can still contact you or get in touch with you, that's something that you may want to revisit. And if you go no contact with someone, I always encourage to cut off contact completely. If a person still has the ability to text you or call you, even if you're not picking those things up, those can definitely be a trigger. The question you asked, though, was should you tell them why? If you did it years ago, it's really up to you. And that's something I would also work out with a therapist too, just sort of talk about it. But I would say, as an adult, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And so you're not, no one's forcing you to do anything. You can just block and move on. And if that's something that you choose to do, if it really, and it sounds like it's something that really bothers you, you don't want to be bothered with them, you don't want to have to deal with them, then move on. Now, if you feel like, hey, I kind of want to have a productive conversation, and a productive conversation would be where you're just telling them why, but you're not invested in the results or the outcome, meaning that you're not going to care one way or the other what their response is or how they feel about it. You've decided what you want to do. If you feel like you can do that in a productive manner, then sure, go ahead and do it. And you could do that any way you want to do it. You can do it via text, voicemail, call, FaceTime, all those kinds of things. However you want to do it, you can certainly do it. If you're also in a place mentally to be able to have a conversation, meaning that it's not going to stress you out. Things could go left. Things could get volatile because they say something or they look at me crazy. Then, have at it if you feel like if both of you are capable of handling that conversation. But if you've gone no contact, if they're still inviting you, they don't know that they're no contact. They don't know because they still have access to you. When people still have access to you, then they still believe that there's a chance, a possibility, or you're just busy. There's some sort of narrative if they're still trying to reach out. Either that or they've gotten some sort of reinforcement from you in the recent past where they don't know how you're feeling about the relationship. So, my advice is when you go no contact, you do just that. People should not be able to contact you through social media, phones, all of that kind of stuff. It's a really more of a clean break. You can also do like mini holidays where you're not talking to people for a while. You're giving the relationship some space. And maybe you can revisit it when you're feeling better, but no contact is just like that. They can't contact you. When you're no contact, you are also no longer invested in that relationship anymore. And so that's another reason why I asked that at the beginning, because once you've gone no contact, not communicating anymore. I'm not talking about problems. I've reached the end of the line, and so it's a done data. I'm over it. That kind of thing. And just a reminder, I also don't know the circumstances about why you went no contact, so you'll have to use your discretion with that. So for example, I don't know if that person got violent with you. I don't know if that person betrayed you, did some sort of dirty secret, stole money. I don't know what the circumstances were. So you will have to use your discernment in terms of should you have a conversation with them again. I'm of the belief that if a person, and this is just me, and this can be Dr. Jones, who'd be a little hardcore, but I'm of the belief that if a person disrespects you, we don't really need to have a conversation. If they went out of their way and disrespected you, I'm done. I'm done with the relationship. But you just, use your discernment and whatever your philosophy is on life. Now, if you entertain a conversation with them and they did you dirty in the past, don't be surprised if they take the first opportunity they can get to do it again. So you want to be careful with that kind of stuff, with opening the door, even to try and do the right thing. Again, it just depends on why you chose to do it in the first place. Hope that helps. Thanks so much.